Morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, and it's 8:36, and this is your pre-opening comment video number 2186. Okay, Asia and Europe both slightly higher. The 10-year before the retail sales numbers came out and the revisions from last month were 429, and that was up one after yesterday's up four or five. And the Dow was up 30, Nasdaq up 58, and the S&P up 8 points. Then the retail sales hit. The number was up 0.1%. Expectations were for up 0.3. On top of that, the revisions came in and they were actually revised lower. X autos were up 0.1, down 0.1. So autos hurt it. And X gas expectation was for up 0.4. It came in at up 0.5. So you can see why we would have had a little bit of a sell-off in the bonds. Revisions, though, were tremendous. For last month, instead of down one, it was actually down 0.3, and the estimate or the number for the month before was down 0.5%. So let's get to the stock futures. At 8 o'clock, the Dow was up 30. At 8:29 before the number, it was up 23. And right now, it is up 21.90. NASDAQ was up 58, then it was up 52, currently up 43. And the S&P, which was up 8 to up 6, currently up $2.77. We have more numbers coming, but if I wait for those, you won't get a pre-opening comment. They don't come until 9:15. So we have industrial production and capacity utilization, both. Also, at lunchtime, we have a $13 billion auction of 20-year bonds. So at 1 o'clock, we'll get a letter grade from Rick Santelli, and we'll see how the market reacts to that. Lennar beat on earnings, beat on revenues. New orders increased 19%. Third quarter guidance, 20,500 to 21,000. I guess they didn't like the guidance. Stock is 152.25. That's down $4.26 or 2.7%. Lazy Boy beat on revenues. Expects industry to continue to be challenged in fiscal year 25, but it went the other way. It's 37.5. That's up about $3.50 or just around 10%. Next Era Energy, NEE, 69, down $3.31 or 4.6% on the news that they're going to sell 2 billion in equity units. Chegg, Chegg's an interesting one. It went from about $3 in around the turn of 2000 all the way up at the height of the pandemic in 2021. The stock was 115. Today, trading $3.10, and that's up 49 cents on the restructuring plan and their, quote, new vision for growth. That $3.10 comes awfully close to the all-time low of $2.60. Boeing down another 74 cents. That's 0.4%. Another whistleblower. says that Boeing lost track of 400 bad 737 parts, so we don't know where they are or whether they were used. And CEO David Calhoun will testify in front of the Senate at 2 o'clock. Oxy, 10% owner Berkshire Hathaway, bought another 2.9 million shares between 58.38 and 60.37, worth about another 176 million. I don't get why this is not a creeping tender, which is illegal, but it is what it is. Tesla 186.67, that's down 77 cents. Musk will give stock options to high performance employees. So a little bit more dilution, although frankly, dilution is not ever really the issue at Tesla. Chart on the screen is the Bitcoin. I want to point something out to you because it happened yesterday, and it does happen on a fairly regular basis on Mondays. Um, Bitcoin futures were up 1,225 yesterday. Bitcoin Cash, however, was down almost 1,000 or a little over 1,000. This happens because Bitcoin trades 24/7, and sometime between Friday night and Sunday night, it reversed. However, even the reverse was higher than the futures. So on a day where we had down 1,000, Bitcoin futures is up 1,000. So you have to be careful on those Mondays. This morning it's down 1645. We're right at support here at 64, 65,000. And we just broke through this orange line, which is the 50-day MA. We have support down here at 62,000 and change on the red line, which is the 100, and the 200 week is all the way down uh, here at about 49,000. Let's see what else is going on in the markets. Grains up ever so slightly. Oil down 4 cents. It was down more. The last is 79.68. It was down as low as 79.17. And for something that's come up so well in the last couple of days, you know, it's run into the 50, 100, and 200 day MAs as of yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised to see it, back down here at 78 and a half, 79. Well, 79 was pretty close to the low today anyway. But if it comes through here to the upside, I don't see anything holding it back until about $83. Uh, Nat gas up about 7 cents. The gold is up 290. It too was down earlier. It was 23.20. Now it's 23.31. So from down a chunk to up a little. The silver is a little weak at down 17, and it's only been about a dime lower. Copper is down 5 and change. Uh, the Bitcoin, I told you, is down about 1710 right now. The dollar is up, and the bonds are up on those retail sales revisions to the downside. Okay, so don't forget industrial production capacity utilization at 9:15, and that big bond auction at noon. And I'm not sure how it's going to break out today since tomorrow is a holiday. It's certainly not going to get as quiet as it does when we have a Friday or a Monday holiday for an extended weekend, but we'll have to see how that develops starting around 1 or 2 o'clock. Have a good day, folks. I'll be back later.